Good morning, students, once again. So, today we start the last part of our chapters and the series of the videos, rulers and buildings. So, you can see easily how they decorated their buildings. It is a part of one building, okay, and now we can move in this chapter in this one, okay. So last day we learned a little bit about the architecture first visible in Humayun tomb. The tomb was placed in the center of the huge formal charbagh and built in the tradition known as the Eight Paradise or Hast Bahist. Okay, they believe in the Eight Paradise. Okay, a central hall surrounded by the 8 rooms. The building was constructed with the red sandstones as with the white marble. They decorated. They believed that the red sandstone was very pure, and the decoration by the marbles, it will be more interesting, and you can say more attractive building will be made. Okay, now it was during the Shah Jahan reign that the different elements of the Mughal architecture was fused together, a grand harmonious synthesis. His reign witnessed a huge amount of the construction activity, especially in Agra and Delhi. The ceremonial halls of the public and private audiences, that is called Diwan-e Khas or Diwan-e-Aam, were carefully planned, placed with a large courtyard. These courts was also described as the Chill Hill Sutoon or the 40 pillared halls. Chill Hill, that is called 40 pillared halls. Okay, just like here you can see easily. This one called the pillars. Okay, that one called the pillars. Okay, so such type of the buildings was made by the Shah Jahan. Okay, Shah Jahan's audience halls were specially constructed or resemble as a mosque, just like a mosque. Okay, the pedestal on which his throne was placed was frequently described as the Qibla. Qibla means the direction of the Makkah. Okay, was frequently described as the Qibla, the direction faced by the Muslim at the prayer, since everybody faced the direction when court was in the session. So when was the court was started, एवरी कोर्टयार्स या जितने भी दरबारी जो होते थे उनका फेस किसकी तरफ होगा, मक्का की तरफ होगा, जो पश्चिम की ओर शो करता है, वेस्टर्न की ओर शो करता है. ओके, द आइडिया ऑफ द किंग as a representative of the god on the earth was suggested by these architectural features, or in these architectural features the simply message was given to the people. God, the king was the representative of the god. The connection between the royal justice and the imperial court was emphasized by the Shah Jahan in his newly constructed court in the Red Fort at the Delhi. Behind the emperor's throne were a series of the Pitra Dura, that is called Pitra Dura. Okay, so we have one image for here that is carved in the stones, that is the part of Pitra Dura. Okay, Pitra Dura style we can say. Analyze the depicted the legendary Greek god Orpheus playing the lute. It was believed that Orpheus music could calm furious beats until they coxycated together peaceably. The construction of Shah Jahan Audience Hall aimed to communicate that the king's justice would treat the high and the low as the equals, creating a world where all could live together in the harmony. So, what is the meaning of that Pitra Duras depicting there? Mainly, they believed that the legendary Greek god, that is Orpheus, who is the symbol of the peace and who is playing the veena, you can say lute means veena. Okay, and they believed that their music was very calm and very cool. Okay, you also listen if the veena, so that music is very good. Okay, it will be concentrate you. It will be help in the concentration about that one. Okay, and they believed that Shah Jahan audience will be okay. The audience also, the courtier also, the work also done by peacefully manner. So that's why they are craving them. Okay, just like this one. This is a one more you can say example of the Pitra Dura. So look at it is fully carved in the marble stone. Okay, so look at the style, and that is also the part of stone. Okay, they can depicted them. इसमें उसमें उन्होंने क्या किया, पच्चीकारी की गई, उसमें बनाया गया, उसको खोद करके उसको बनाया. ठीक है, इससे आगे वाले वीडियो, इससे आगे वाले उसमें भी हमने देखा था, जो ये वाला था ये आप देख सकते हैं. तो ये पूरा पत्थर पर इनक्रेव्ड किया गया है, लिखा गया है एक तरह से. ठीक है, और ये उस तरह से जैसे वीणा बजाते हुए ग्रीक गॉड हैं. ठीक है, जो किसको डिपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, या जो किसको सिंपैथाइज कर रहे हैं, या जो किसकी ओर ध्यान दिला रहे हैं कि पीसफुली मैनर में किस तरह से काम होता है. ओके, इन द early years of his reign, Shahjahan capital was at Agra, a city where the nobility had constructed their homes on the bank of the river Yamuna. These were set in the midst of the formal gardens constructed in the Char Bagh format. So you can see easily here also Char Bagh. Okay, that is the Char Bagh style, followed by Shahjahan too, started by Babur. Okay, and the Char Bagh garden also had the variation that historians describe the river front garden, that is called the river front garden. In this, dwelling was not located in the middle of the Char Bagh, but as close to the bank of the river. And Taj Mahal was built in the river Yamuna, bank of the river Yamuna, and same in the Lal Killa also built by Shahjahan, the river bank of Yamuna in Delhi. Okay, so that is the coincidence you can say. Shahjahan adapted the riverfront garden in the layout of the Taj Mahal. The gardeners architecturals accomplished of his reign. Here, the white marble mausoleum was placed as a terrace by the edge of the river, and garden was to the south. So here is the garden was the south of the river. Okay, now Shahjahan. Okay, that is also part. Nowadays it's very famous in especially in Agra. Okay, now it is also a part of Pitra Dura. Developed the architectural form as a means to control the access that nobles had to the river. In the new city of Shahjahanabad that he constructed in Delhi, the imperial palace commanded the riverfront only, specially favored the nobles. Like his eldest son Dara Shikoh was given access to the river. All others had to construct their homes in the city away from the river Yamuna. Okay, so now you can see easily here. That is the map of that particular area. You can say the Shahjahanabad. So here we can see easily the river Yamuna. Okay, and it is the part of Shahjahanabad and fortified by the king. So here they mention where is the Jami Masjid and where is the Lal Killa. Here is the Lal Killa. Okay, and there is their capital and their important, you can say, their offices, their ministers' home. Okay, so now in 1850 map of the Shahjahanabad, where is the emperor's residence? Here is the emperor's residence. Okay, it is a new one, but in above you can see easily this was also, that is the Agra, that is the Taj Mahal here, river Yamuna also. Okay, you can see easily river Yamuna also follow there. Okay, here. So especially Dara Shikoh, Dara Shikoh, the son of Shahjahan, who not believe that one. Okay, and his home was very far away from the Yamuna. So, region and empire, a construction activity increased between the 8th and 18th century. There was also a considerable sharing of ideas across the region. The tradition of one region was adopted by the another. So, we can say that especially if some society, you can say one society is engaged, they can establish in the new form, new place, they easily accepted that particular area's cultures and their tradition too. They also learn about which type of the architectural form is running now there, and they also accepted that very easily. Okay, so in Vijayanagar, For the example, the elephant stables of the rulers were strongly influenced by the style of the architecture found in the adjoining Sultanate of the Bijapur and Golconda. In Vrindavan near Mathura, temples were constructed in the architectural style that was very similar to the Mughal place in the Fatehpur Sikri. Okay, so the creation of the large empires that brought different regions under their rulers helped the cross fertilization of the artistic forms and the architectural styles. Mughal rulers were particularly skilled at adapting regional architectural styles in the construction of their own building. In Bengal, for example, the local rulers had developed a roof that was designed to resemble the thatched hut. Okay, so we learn about that one in class, same class, but which type of the roof, there are such type of the roof. Okay, yeah, but we can learn after some time. So that is called Bengal dome. Okay, so much that they used in their architecture. The impact of the other regions were also evident. In Akbar's capital at Fatehpur Sikri, many of the buildings show the influence of the architectural style of the Gujarat and Malwa. गुजरात एंड मालवा, जिस तरह की गुजरात और मालवा में बिल्डिंग बनाने की कला थी वही यहाँ पर भी देखने को मिलती है फतेहपुर सीकरी में. ओके, इवन दो द ऑटो authority of the Mughal rulers wanted, when the 18th century the architectural style developed under their patronage was constantly used in the adapting by the other rulers where they tried to establish their own kingdoms. So such type of the authority also passed, you can say. Okay, and new king and new dynasties when they were adopting, then we can see easily in our history. Okay, so now here is the decorated pillars and studs holding the extension of the roof of the Jodha Bai place in the Fatehpur Sikri. Okay, and these follow architectural tradition of the Gujarat region. So they follow the such type of the architectural form in the Gujarat. So that one. Okay, now church that touch the skies that time, because in 1498 Vasco da Gama came India. He discovered the sea route of India. So many missionaries came India and they established their churches also here. Okay, so that's why they what they write, the churches touch the sky. So you can see easily. Okay, such type of the churches was established here. And from the 12th century onwards, attempts began the France to build churches that were the taller and lighter than earlier buildings. This was architectural style known as the Gothic, that is called the Gothic style. Okay, was distinguished by the high pointed arches and was used the stained glass, often painted with the scenes drawn from the Bible and flying butters, tall spires and the bell towers which was the visible from the distance were added to the church. One of the best known example of this architectural style is the church of the Notre Dame in the Paris. Okay, which was constructed through the several decades in the 12th and 13th century. So they started church also. Now you can see easily nowadays such type of the forms are very famous in the Petra Dura style. When you visit the Agra, so you can see easily that type of the architectural form in the stone. Okay, and it is the famous temple of where? Mathura. Okay, so they also follow the same manner, the style of these one. Okay, so today we learn about little bit the region of the, you can see easily this one also such type of the picture I also I show you in the beginning of my video. Okay, so interior of the temple of the Govind Dev in Vrindavan in 1590, the temple was constructed out of the red sandstones. Notice the 2 out of the 4 interesting arches that made the high ceiling roof. This style of architecture is form of the northeast in the Kushan and was used in the Fatehpur Sikri also. Fatehpur Sikri also they have such type of the styles was, you can say easily they have adopted. Okay, now Petra Dura style, it was very interesting one. Okay, very beautiful also. Yeah, and this one. Okay, Jalidar yeah, you can see the net type, you can see, and it is totally on the marble. Okay, so now our chapter was finished, and now we done question and answer in next session. Okay, thank you very much.